Morning, I'm Jody. I'm the MD at Tiny Hunter, and today I want to speak with you about fairy bread. Do you remember fairy bread? You'd go to a party and they would have transformed that very beige, very meh bread into total magic with all the little sprinkles. Delicious, right? Now, I want you to think about fairy bread and storytelling. Because time and time again, we see businesses that have crafted a great statement about who they are and what's important to them and why they're different. They put it on the about page of their website. They might have a very cleverly crafted statement on the homepage and think, tick, we're telling our story. But you're not. Your story and why you are different and why people should care needs to literally be sprinkled like hundreds and thousands of little pieces of delight through all your different touch points. So it doesn't matter what kind of business you're in, it really applies to everyone and it applies to whatever touch points and collateral you may have. So for example, I've got a lovely little strawberry jam from Berenberg here. So there are lots of little details that have been very carefully crafted into this label to tell their story. So I can tell just from the front, that it's a family business. I can tell that it's a farm. So from the family farm, which sounds like it's been made with love since 1839. So I know that they're multi-generational, long-standing, lovely little details, who it's cooked by, crafted in the Adelaide Hills. So, that crafted really, again, makes it feel like homemade, made with love, where it's made, lots of little details have been infused into this label to tell a story without blatantly saying, hey, we're a family business and this is made in the Adelaide Hills. So you really need to think about that in terms of telling your story. And another great example I like to speak of is a client of ours who had a really important message on the homepage of their website that linked to something very important. Now, we did some analysis and we found that only 2.94% of people ever saw the actual homepage. So it's so important when it comes to your website to make sure that you're sprinkling that storytelling throughout, whether it's through your services pages, product pages, especially if you're e-commerce, you need to think that your customer is only going to look at that page and that is where they're going to make a decision between you and someone else. It's up to you to put the important information through their journey rather than them having to go and look for it. Because unfortunately, most of the time, they will not. Think about other touch points that you might not think are that important or you might not, have been that conscious to think about, like email, order confirmations, little things like that. How can you weave in elements of your story or your you-ness to some of those just more transactional experiences that just helps build that loyalty, helps reinforce who you are, and helps reinforce why someone should be choosing you over someone else. So think about hundreds and thousands and where you can be sprinkling them throughout your brand. That's it from me. It's time for brekkie.